The answer. I'm going to do a chalkboard drawing. Everyday chalkboard drawing. We use this chalk and draw animal on this blackboard. Okay, if you first time here, you should be not sure you're familiar with this regular chalk. The chalk we use in teaching the blackboard in the classroom, and it's for educational purpose most of the time. But now we're going to draw, and we're going to draw with chalk on the chalkboard. So welcome here. So we don't need any other tools. We just need a chalk, a blackboard, and eraser or your finger to remove dust of the chalk, and that's all we need. And of course, a reference picture. So this is the cat we drew a few days ago. Now I'm gonna erase it, and I'm gonna to put this one on my blackboard. So I'm gonna to draw this ship, this little ship. What do you call that? Ship. All right. So now let me erase this one, and I turn on my monitor. Then we will start our live stream today. The subject is very simple. It's a very little ship. What do you call this little ship? Is this another name for it? So welcome everyone.欢迎大家，希望大家一起来看我们的黑板粉笔画。希望大家一起来看我们的黑板粉笔啊，这个是非常简单的一个绘画工具，之前呢也不是叫做绘画工具，就是一个教书用的工具啊。我也当过几年老师，在我生涯的，在我这个职业生涯，在我前10年呢啊，可以这么说呢，我都是在学校在一个大学教书。不是教画画，我们是教别的东西。Okay, so that's the chalkboard, and we're gonna to erase this one, and then we are going to draw this ship, little ship. What do you call little ship? Any other name? So now I'm gonna erase this one. So take a look. This is a very beautiful wild cat, but I have to erase it to put this on it, on my blackboard. So now I'm erase one. This is so beautiful, right? It's got eyes. Even I erase some part of it, it's still attractive for me. It's so attractive. His eye, his expression. Okay, and then I lift her eyes here, and then finally it gotta go. Okay, so I have a stand, easel stand of a blackboard. I put my blackboard, little blackboard, on a stand here. You can see that's it's an easel. No, it's not a standard one. It's a reading frame or stand, a support for reading, or you put your whatever, your iPhone, your iPad there. So a lot of people ask me what do you use this? What's this? So let me show you. Okay, this is the blackboard. Okay, this is the blackboard, and then I put on this reading stand. So that's the real stand. Okay, what's behind me is a tripod. I put on so I can put on. So CC is not too high. It just support half of my blackboard. You can put this way, probably this side. So it's flat, right? You can put, but most of my drawing, animal portrait. So usually we use as a vertical portrait proportion. Okay, so that's easier to do a portrait. And if you use this landscape, we call this landscape or horizontal display, you have to draw something in the wide view, right? So it doesn't matter because I have a very small, tiny studio. I just put this on my desktop. Okay, so it's not like what I did before. I moved from another country here to Canada, and in my previous studio, it's not a studio, but it got a larger room. I hang the blackboard on the wall. So the blackboard probably 2 meter wide, 180 or 150, 1.50 meters high. So that will be a big size for you to draw a more complex object. So more. Well, you have a freedom to draw anything on the blackboard. Okay, so now I have just a little blackboard like this. So this is a very common size. You can see the size is close, nearly like a A3 size. You know A4 letter size, and B4, B5, or something like that, and then this kind of A3. All right. So now we're going to draw the portrait. Hello, Jaguar. Yes, I did Jaguar before, not today. If you stay with me longer, I can. Can you do a dog? Yes, I did, but not today. I think I'm going to draw this ship. Okay. Yes, I draw jaguar, dog, and all kind of animals. You go through my profile, and on YouTube you will find all of them in live stream or something else or other forms. So I can do all of the animal you like, but today I choose this one. I wanna draw this ship, little ship. It looks like simple, but it's good for beginner. So everyone can start drawing this and make it very flurry. You know, it's full of hair, soft hair, smooth hair, and it's a simple light and shadow. You know, see the light here, the shadows here. So make a very good light setting, and it's not very complicated in his looks, and his angle is just in front of us. It's a front view, so it's good for the beginner to learn drawing. So I hope this live stream today will be more suitable for people who just like to pick out the chalk and try something on their blackboard. So I will show you how to do this. It looks simple, but the outcome you can complete that with amazing outcome, amazing pictures. Okay, so stay with me to see how we do this. Okay. So I drew on this blackboard. So I have to measure the size. I gonna to put her head into the blackboard. You don't want to. I want to full cover all her face and ear. You see, the ear is so long, right? So if I got her ear, so if I say this is the boundary of our drawing, so I cannot draw beyond this age, right? So I put her hair on the middle, right here. So how big is her head? I think this is her. You draw a circle there. So I think this is the top of her head. A little bit higher. Okay, so I put this high. So I put her head here. But he got a long face, probably this right here. So he got an ear. And I can make a simple direction of her ear. So her ear will like this. Okay, so see, so I can put in just fit to my chalkboard. Okay, this is the nose. A little nose. And this chin. I put her eyes right here on the side of the board here, and this other side. And I think he's looking a little bit, looks like this way, so you will leave a larger size here. Okay, so this is a chin. This is the nose, and this the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, and this the chin. Okay, so that's the head right there. So he got a big ear, about the size like this big. Let me see. On the top of it. So yes, it's about that, right? Okay, so you see her eyes in this direction. Okay, then same here. All right, so we got a size over here. This the nose, this the ear. Okay, so let me check. All right. Yeah. Okay. So he got a face like this. And this the side of it. And this the back of her body, and this the So body is shoulder, and this is neck. Okay, so I got a sketch there. So this is the eye. And this is the other eye. And the center of the nose. And then this is the wide open nose here. All right, I got a sketch here. Simple, right? So everybody got an idea how we start our sketch with symbol proportion, perspective, and position. So that is 3 pieces. I think that's quite interesting if you wanna to draw to get a sketch of any animal or any subject or any if you like to draw people, the face, yeah, it's the same principle. Okay, so the proportion is how big the ear compared to her head here, the face here. How wide is the eye compared to any distance? So that's a proportion. Okay, so for example, you got a square face. This is the same size as this. From the top to under the nose, the distance here is equal to this. So that's the proportion. So there's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, and he got a little bit 1/2 here for her chin and the mouth. Okay, so that's a proportion. So this proportion means all this different distance, different organ, different face features compared to other features. How big, how strong, how big, how that proportion is. Perspective is where you are looking at your subject. We are standing in front of this little ship, so we look at this direct to this ship, but we stand a little bit right, so you see we can see more of her right side of face. So the proportion, if use the center of her face, the center here, the central line here, you will see this part will be longer, bigger than the left side. So in theory, the ear on the right is a little bit bigger than the left one because we standing more close into his right. So we'll see more of his right. That's very minor difference. So sometimes you can ignore that, but as in view of perspective, we will notice the difference. Okay, that's perspective. And position means where you put his eyes, nose, and where. So if eyes here, his ears comes down just a little above this direction. So the position of the ear compared to eyes, it goes the same direction. Okay, something like that. You find all the relationship. So you see her eyes, ear, go through eyes and touch the left side of the nose. This comes to a line. So they're all in line in one position. So you see that here, You see, they are all in line. From the ear to his eyes and to her nose, they're all in line. So you see, are we in line? Okay, that's one what we call position. You can check all this position is right or wrong, and then you know where you're gonna to put your like mouth, eyes, and ear, and all this in the right way. Okay, so we checked out all the points, all the relationship about the perspective, proportion, and position. And now we're gonna to draw to make it more dimensional. This is empty. There's only line. You can see through the line, and you see the background is black, which is black, right? But actually, when we have something real here, if the ship, you cannot see through behind, right behind her face, like this picture here. You cannot see the background. You see foreground or the subject. So it must stop, block. It must volume here. So that's the dimension. So he got a dimension. He exists there. So what helps us to justify how it looks more dimensional, we need the help of light and shadow. So light help us. The light help us to identify the dimension and distance of the subject. Okay, let me find something I can draw with. Okay, this one, fine. So now I'm going to give light and shadow. So obviously, the light's coming from the top and a little bit back. Equally, just left hand side, or a little bit back. So he got the light like this. So it's like a wind blowing this way, or the snow going this way, or the rain go this way. So all here, or this direction, are so bright, right? So this light and this light, right? And when it comes here, the light only goes the back of the ear. So you can say that the light sourcing is a little bit back of the ear. It's not in front of the ear. Or probably it's in the same plane. So it cannot go through inside of the ear. So the ear inside is very dark, right? And this part, yes, the light is good. This light is good. And the left-hand side, all the left-hand side are very bright. The nose, black nose. And all here goes to weak, not clear, because it's a shadow. But the light is so strong everywhere. So you have some refraction here, so you can see light on the back and from the right hand side. So this must be very light, right? So now you see this looks like there is a shape already there because you give the light and shadow. Right? Good, looking good now. So this is the nose, black, eyes, black, This is the other side is black. Right? Okay. So very easy. You see a shape already there. So now, what's next? Next is going to build the local, all the detail here. Because with the first layer, we just put everything in the overall view. So it's you don't deal with the detail of ear, nose, eyes, and mouth. Now we're going to do the detail here. So we're gonna make a structure of all these facial, the facial structure, like eyes, ears. Okay, so now we begin with the eyes. So he got the eyes here, black, so dark. So we just draw the eyeball here. And then he got the eye frame goes here. So that's what we call eye socket. The eye sitting in this hole, in this pocket. Right, so we draw the up and button and the lower part of her eye. Don't push too much chalk because it's a dark side, is a shadow area here. Okay, so we can give a basic structure. The eye, this is the eye frame. This is the edge of her eye bone. Right. So you see that, but actually it's not too bright. Probably we do that too much light here, but don't worry because we have not yet make all over light. We just make a very simple light skin, light and shadow skin. It's not final, so it's just in the start. We just has a very little light here based on the structure. It looks like this. And then it moved down to here, crossing her nose. Then we see another eyes here. So this is the eyeball here. The same. You got the eye frame here. Okay, and this is my friend, the eye bone right here. Okay, then this lower chin and lower eye frame, eye bone here. And the lights coming from this way, so it is so bright. Here we can see, we can tell that's very bright. Okay, so now it goes all to the center of her nose. So this is the center, this is her head, this is the center of her nose, this is nose bridge, and then we have this. That's a nose. We give a shape. Okay, so we draw this. This is the nose. And then this is the other part, but this part is under the shadow. You turn away from the light's coming from the left. Okay. We just put very light chalk, and the direction is where the hair grows. Okay, so it goes like this. Right, and they open her eye, and then this is the top of her nose. Okay, so this is the nostril. Nostril. Okay, to her mouth. A little black mouth, not too bright, little bit gray. So lip detail there, you don't draw that much detail now. You just give a basic structure and the shape and the light. Very basic, roughly. Give the light and shade, but make sure the structure is already there. Okay, so this is the mouth. Got a divider in the center. Okay, so he got lips here. Shadow, the chin. Okay. All right. So he got mouth. So you can see it's already some light and shade there, but it's very basic. It's not complete. It's not fully developed. I just show the very basic light and shade here. So you got the mouse like this, all right. Okay. So actually, this is that's how big her face right there. Okay. Right. So we have this part ready. There's a nose. Hello, I see progress. Yes. You do remember me, Alan? I'm not sure. Okay, where are you from? Doobie. The boy Alan. Okay, so we draw now. We draw the ear. From this part, it's got a light here. Hairy, very. How do I explain this? Soft. Okay, the hair looks so soft. The fur looks so soft. So nice. Okay, and then he got the inside hair. It goes this way. Okay, so that's the ear. And then we're going to move to this part. Got the hair here. We just draw based on the direction of how hair grows. Hi, game. Oh, you play games. Okay, then we move to the forehead. To his head here, he got a very bright hair on the edge here. Okay, now this turns to dark, right? And then he got a hair this bright, this side brighter, and then goes a little bit dark shadow area. But here he got a light, and he got a light on her nose, top of her nose, or the root or the base of the nose. Okay. And he got the hair, goes like this. Okay, see, easy? All right, then we move this part. Okay, so we got her cheek. And this was not bright. So make it very bright, a very little dots, little chalk there, not too bright. All right. This is the name. Okay, I left it there. And then I drew this, the other part. Right here, he got much light here. Okay, then we draw this her neck here. This is a back. Okay, so with both sides, the face will be down, right, and then you see I left this very big eye, so I need to make it smaller, 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 smaller. Okay, and now we finish this part, and then we move down to her body and her neck here. So he got more light over here. There's no trick, there's no skills here at all. All you need is passions to build a hair. It will not take too much time from you to do that. You see, just see how I do this. I go very quickly. I give a first layer because when you build all the fur like this, you don't do that one time. You do many times. So the first time you make 20%, 30% of the detail, and then another layer you finish another 20 or 30. So when you come here 3 or 4 times, then you will build up all the shades. So you see how we build the light. We from the dark, the black, to gray, mid-tones. You can verify the several mid-tones there, and then you gradually light up the subject with your chalk. So it will like from 100% black, so zero light, to 10% light, 20%, 40%. Now I'm doing like a 30 to 40% of the light. So it's not too strong, it's not fully covered, but it's already build a great foundation for your next layer, 100% light and white. So, okay, so that's what we do here. So okay, so here, well, not so bright, so you don't have to make it so bright. You just touch it and build the hair right here. So this is the hair around her neck, the first layer around her chin. I think it's very strong and long and very protective to her throat. Okay, and then here is the body turned to her body here. So most of the time you can use the side of your chalk to make this quickly, because this is not important, and this is the hair a little different from what you see here. Okay, so now you can see he got a hair, a layer by layer. All this area a shadow area, right? And this part very bright. Because he's a sheep, so he got very curly hair on the body. I just forget about this foreground. I just draw this, just the shapes only. I don't give a lot of background or foreground. Okay, so I stop there. So here it was the light, where the lights come in and come dark here, and this is so bright, right? And you can see there's a layer by layer, and very strong. Okay, so I give it a very basic light and shade. All right, you see what the difference, what I'm doing here? You see that I cover the shape with all light and shadow everywhere. Not in detail, but it's covered everything. It covered everywhere. Now I'm drawing this part. This is a back body, which is much brighter. Alright, so now it's very hairy and with good light and shadow, right? It's very simple shapes. Because it's simple, you can build up very good. You need to make a very good light and shadow to make it more, beautiful, more story. What do you say? Well, to make more detail. Okay, to explain. This is a shit. So tap your likes. Hi, Nika. Hi, thanks coming again. Thank you for your tap. Thank you for your like support. Let's see you. All right, so we have covered the subject like 40% to 50% of the detail. Now I'm going to do further to make it 60, 70, 80% complete, then 100%. But we do that step by step. Don't worry, don't rush your drawing. You just build up layer by layer, clear and clear, and then more likeness when you go when you move on. Okay, so now I'm going to do more detail on her face features. So let me start with her eye. Now her eye is not complicated. He got some light here, up and, but not much. So he got a eyeball like this, a circle like this. Okay. But under the light, I'll get the friend here. So this is the eyeball. This pupil here. This is the shape. And now this is the bottom of her eye. Under the light, it's got very strong light here. This the eye corner, and this the eye corner on her nose, along a side of her nose. Here, it got very bright light. This is eye frame. then here, this is the back of her eye, on the side. He got a bone here, so he got a very strong edge, very hard edge here. Okay, so now we got her eyes here ready. You see, not much detail, right? Let's go down there, and then we'll leave that later. All right, then I'm going to do the other eyes here. He got not much light here, so I give the, so he got an eyeball like this. Very dark. And then he got the pupil here. Then okay, so this is the eye frame here on the edge. Not much light here, so it's dark, but it's still visible. And, okay, so this is the back. So no much light, not much light here. So make it very dark, not too bright. Okay, so this is the eye and the nose. Okay, so that goes here. And now I'm going to draw the nose. This is where light turns to shadow because there's a nose bridge here. So it's highly above her nose here, so you got more lights here. Okay, so he got a little black here. He got some nose light here. Okay, this very, so he got some light here. Now I need to build her nose. Now, so here is very clear. That is a shadow and a nostril here. A shadow right here. Then he got a shadow right there. He got a not too strong. Much bright here. So you can see, very dedicated. I'm trying to build the detail structure here. Okay, so you have the nose bridge here, very bright, especially on the center here, this side. Okay, and then we move to the mouth, move to the lower part of her mouth. So here, very bright, very strong light here. And it got some light here. Okay, and it's very, very sharp. Not too strong. Yeah. What's this for? Okay, so I need to make this a little bit bright here. Don't make it too big. Let me see. I need to make her nose smaller. Okay. Not easy, this one. To make a shadow. Okay, now it's very hard, right? Man, but it's very critical here. Langini disease. Okay, what's that? All right. Thank you anyway. And let me see the translation. So, base, mica, mica. What language is that? OK， 毛茸茸的这个要做出来，我们要给它做的 very furry, intense hair. So it looks like a very furry. OK. All right. So now, I think I still make her eyes very big. I can make it smaller. Okay, now if I go this part already and go to draw her ear. Not easy, okay. Do this part bright. Okay, and then I move to the other side of the ear. This the edge here, very bright. It turns gray, not too strong. It's all white. Okay, and then we move to her forehead. Let me see how much turn we. Okay, one. So we have to do it faster. So this light, very good light. A little small hair. this is the bridge, the nose bridge, very highly, so we got very strong light. You have to go for it, you have to build up the light. And so here, so now I go this part, it's so bright, and I have to make it bright, very bright, to make the contrast. Okay, then this part goes connect to this. Okay, so there's the face here. Okay. Okay, I have to make this. Yeah, you cannot do too much of it because this shadow area, so you have to control the light a little bit. Yeah, it still take a lot of time to build it. Feel good, the furry feeling. So you have to make very soft hair, soft fur. So you have to build a layer very, very, very carefully on a lot of textures, a lot of them here. Okay, so now we move to her body, and I think I make this part here. Not too strong, but it's still very bright. Oh, I have to adjust a little bit. Well, let me fix that later to see the overall light and shade. How much light I can put on this bright side here. Well, I have to make the shape. I'll probably have to make this part a little bit smaller. Okay, so probably have to fix this here, but we can do that later. Okay, let me see. It's still not too good. I have to fix her face a little bit. The shape's not right. Thank you. I'm struggling now. I am trying to, because it's so bright here, and I don't want it this too bright. Okay, now. Okay. Okay. I just because here I feel not correct, not totally right. I am not comfortable with this part. Okay. Don't worry about that too much. Then I move to the body. I hope I can finish that quickly. So I need to build up this more much strong light here. I can use this. Okay, so I need the bright side here and the body on the left side here. You see, I'm trying to build a very bright color and the shade of this cute ship, little ship. What do you call little ship in English? Is a special name like that? Chinese, Mandarin we call it 羔羊,小羊. Okay, it turns in with more shade, a dark shade here. Okay, now build here. So I need a fly, color here. Actually, this is so bright, a little bit bright here. give a very blurred shade. So this is the button, the back. Then this is her belly, right? 她的肚子。And this another layer. Alright. So now I think we covered that pretty much of this shape, her body, her face, her legs. I need to give a smaller eyes. Okay, now I need to clean up. Oh. Okay, it's got some light, some a little reflection here. Not so strong. A little bit higher here. Okay, do some final touch here. There's some light here. So, excuse me. So light here. Oh, not too good. And make the structure more clear. Okay. Now let me see. Okay, some light here. I think he need to wide open here, so the shape goes like this. Okay, so we have spent almost 2 hours. That's pretty much time. Okay, that's the ship today for everyone. This is my live stream. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your watching. Thank you for your support. And I hope I see you soon. And I need to make this for Oh, okay. Let me see. I need the final touch of this part. Okay, actually he got some light over here. Okay. Thank you everyone. Thank you. And that's the shape. That's, you can see that this is the one we're drawing. And this is how we put there on my blackboard. They are kind of a little bit different, but they are from the same family. They're brother sister. You see? So you can see that if I put the same size here, boom, boom. Right. Okay, so you can see there. It's the shape. Okay, so you see that very well. Okay, so that's how I did with chalkboard drawing. And I hope I see you next time. And we will have our live stream every other days on YouTube. Please follow We Answer here. So I will see you then. Bye bye. Thank you.